Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Lamar Jackson set to go here with the Ravens in season number 2, and all the running he did, especially after taking over for Joe Flacco last year late in the season, Charles. Now people are wondering, can he keep that up? They were saying that maybe they're going to dial that down, but head coach John Harbaugh, he's hinted that running the ball with Jackson is going to be a major part of this offense. How do you see this playing out?
Well, 2 examples come to mind. You remember Cam Newton a couple years ago? His head coach Ron Rivera said they would dial things down. And what did Cam say? Yeah, but a lion's got to roar. It also reminds me of when Michael Vick first hit the league, that he was trying to become a better pocket passer. And oftentimes his head coach would say, yeah, but if it's open, just go, Michael, just go. So it'll be a line, right? It'll be a delicate balance of what they try and figure out and how they're going to do it with Lamar Jackson. But bottom line is you can't let those legs go. Those legs can be valuable for the Ravens.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson now. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now it's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL, but Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Draw play. Ingram now. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Dolphins here, and last year at this time, if you remember, we had quarterback battles all over the NFL, really. Cleveland, Buffalo, Arizona, and in New York with the Jets. So this year, there's really only a couple. One in Washington, one with these Dolphins. Remember, Ryan Tannehill is in Tennessee, so it's a camp battle between the second-year man and Josh Rosen or the 36, about to be 37-year-old, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Charles, who do you think ultimately wins this job?
Partner, I'm not Brian Flores, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, but if I were to play him, all right, whether on TV, radio, or whatever, I'm starting Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm taking the veteran, and he's getting the ball for the first game because they're going to play a very tough Baltimore Ravens defense. In fact, their first four are brutal. The Ravens, the Patriots, at Dallas, then home against the Chargers. Then they hit their open week, and I just think that record will dictate what they do from that point on. If they're 3-1 or better, then Ryan Fitzpatrick keeps rolling. 2-2 depends on how they're playing, but 1-3 or below, then you got to find out what you're getting in Josh Rosen, the guy they traded for, because they're going to have to make some decisions before next year's draft.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Let's go to the middle of the Baltimore defense where Brandon Williams holds court. And we often talk about how difficult it is to stop a big-time runner. How about trying to stop a big-time guy in the middle who wreaks havoc both with pass rush and against the run? Brandon Williams went to his first Pro Bowl at the end of the 2018 season.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Check 52.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fitzpatrick.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, Ingram. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on third down, Jackson, and that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Well, on a bit of a somber note here as the Dolphins head out. The Miami community recently mourning the loss of a Hall of Famer in every sense of the word, Nick Buoniconti, a linebacker and leader of that famed no-name defense on the undefeated Super Bowl winning team back in '72. Buoniconti died at 78 back in late July, but well, he was much more than a football player, wasn't he, partner?
He certainly was. I only had a chance to meet him one time, but of course admired him from afar, watched him on Inside the NFL as an analyst. You know he was a lawyer, and at one point was a player agent. Another time he ran a big-time, private company. You name it, he's done it. But his life's work came when his son Mark got hurt in a football game playing for the Citadel at East Tennessee State, and he ended up starting the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis and the Buoniconti Fund to help Mark and others like him, because remember, Mark got paralyzed in that game. That's what we'll remember Nick Buoniconti for, even more than how great a football player he was with the Boston Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
On second down, it's Drake. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
White 80! Switch the mic right here. We go mic 40, mic 40.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
48, 180! Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick, and this is caught at the 8. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Fitzpatrick again. The quick slant caught. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. That's caught at the 2. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 2 yards on the touchdown there as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Jackson on first down, looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be second down. Earlier we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th and receive a free Team Elite Fantasy Pack. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Grant. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
– 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He can't hang.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
All time.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick, it's caught, Stills, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Running, it's Drake. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Drake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 44-yard line.
180! 40 for Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
From the 44, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass intended for Kenyon Drake.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork.
And look at this. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Caught right side, it's Snead. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Snead's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Man open left side is Brown. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Check 41. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
First down, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Drake. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Still. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing Fitzpatrick to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the toss play, this is Drake. And Drake is in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time a 9-play drive. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins now down 17-14, 30 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Like 20! Right now, let's go. Yeah. We don't want to know.
Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that.
And throw right side complete to Parker. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run with Drake. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Jason Sanders
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Ingram again. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Set, ready. Now to work. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
47's the mic. 47's the
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Rip left, 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check.
It's 2nd and 12. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Throwing is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Tucker's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now the first throw in overtime for Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff for Drake. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Here's Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.